Hi, everyone. It's Carol Williams with Williams Immigration, and we are back for another Monday morning of Beyond the Soundbite, where we talk about all things U.S. immigration. So, me, I like to dive right in. So, the first thing that I want you all to be aware of and that I want us to talk about is the public charge rule. So we know that the public charge rule has, had its ups and downs over the past few years, from the prior White House administration to the current White House administration. So what we have now is we do have sort of the regular plain Jane, as I like to call it, public charge rule, and that is where the Immigration Service looks at an application to make sure that an individual that is applying for permanent residence will be able to financially support themselves while they're in the United States. Well, the Immigration Service has made some revisions and added more very specific public charge questions to the green card application form. So that new form, the 485, the adjustment of status application form, with those new public charge related questions will be effective December 23rd. So towards the end of the year, a couple more weeks, that new form will need to be submitted with all of our adjustment of status applications, otherwise known as green card applications, and we will have to answer those public charge rules. So in case you thought the public charge rule was just going to go away, I have been telling you it is not going to go away. It will be here in some way, shape, or form. So now we see what the current administration is doing. We do now have a new form that will be required on December 23rd. And that new form has some updated public charge questions. So one, let's make sure that we are all using the proper form as of December 23rd. And two, let's make sure that we are answering those public charge questions appropriately. So if you have any questions about those public charge questions, feel free to reach out to my office. We are more than happy to help you with that. The next thing I wanted to talk about are H-2Bs. H-2Bs are it's a visa category for temporary workers that are coming in for a seasonal need that is anything seasonal except in the agriculture field. The agriculture seasonal temporary folks have their own separate visa category, which is the H-2A. But today I want to highlight the H-2Bs for a minute. So Department of Homeland Security and Department of Labor will authorize an additional number of H-2B visas for fiscal year 2023. So they are authorizing, this number is going to sound a little weird, but they're authorizing 64,716 additional H-2B visas. So again, they are authorizing 64,716 additional H-2B visas only for the 2023 fiscal year. So they are allowing flexibility by providing those H-2B workers that are already in the United States. Those folks can begin working immediately after the H-2B petition is received by USCIS and before it is approved. And so what they are doing is 44,716 of these additional visas are being reserved for those individuals who are considered returning workers. So if you are a returning worker, it means that you have already previously been issued an H-2B visa. The remaining 20,000 of this additional number, this additional amount of H-2B visas are specifically reserved for individuals who are coming from Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, and Haiti. So you must be nationals of those countries in order to qualify for those extra, or for one of those extra 20,000 slots. So again, you need to be a national citizen of Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, or Haiti. And if you are, there's of those additional H-2Bs that have been authorized, 20,000 have been set aside for individuals from those specific countries. So again, if you have any questions about the H-2B visa in general, or how you can take advantage of that for your business, please feel free to give my office a call. We are happy to chat with you about that. The next thing I wanted to talk about this beautiful Monday morning is oftentimes when someone files for a citizenship application, sometimes their green card is about to expire and they need to file for a green card extension. And then on the heels of that, they'll then file for their naturalization. So USCIS has recently issued policy guidance that it is automatically extending the validity of the green card when there is a naturalization N-400 application filed. So that will automatically happen upon issuance of the naturalization application receipt notice. And that happens regardless of whether or not an individual has filed to extend or renew their physical green card. This is yet another backlog reduction method because, as you know, everything coming out of the Immigration Service right now is taking a very long time. So now the Immigration Service has essentially said, we don't need the I-90. We don't need you to file for a physical green card if you don't want to, because the issuance of the receipt notice for the naturalization application will automatically extend the green card. So that is, frankly, really quite lovely. So I'm excited about that. That will definitely help many, many people out there who thought that they needed to file not one, but two applications. The next thing I want to talk about is USCIS is testing and thinking about redesigning the naturalization application. So the naturalization application currently has 4 parts. It is the showing the ability to read English, write English, speak English, and knowledge of U.S. civics, or some people call that U.S. history. The agency is working with some community-based organizations, and they are looking at and digging into the civics portion of the citizenship application, as well as the ability to speak English portion of the application. So what does that mean? Like, how are they going to do that? So the Immigration Service is going to try to work with roughly 1,500 individuals that are currently enrolled in adult education classes to take this trial test, to take this new version of the naturalization application test. They want to see how it works. They want to see what works, what doesn't work, and basically just use it as a data gathering exercise. They will then take that data, go back and see what works, what doesn't work. Are they actually getting to the goal of what they're trying to do, which is to ensure that people understand the civics or U.S. history and whether or not they're able to speak English. So I think it is great that the Immigration Service has actually reached out to community-based organizations. These community-based organizations, they're often nonprofits, and they work directly with current and future stakeholders of the agency. So that this trial, I think they're giving it a couple of months once they get it up and running. And so we may see down the line, maybe towards the middle or end of next year, it changes to the naturalization application process. Of course, if that happens, I will keep you updated along the way, because that is what I do. So just, kind of keep that in mind. We are gonna probably see some significant changes to the civics portion, as well as to the ability to speak English portion of the naturalization exam. But as of right now, in December of 2022, the naturalization application, the interview process, it has not changed at all. It is the exact same. So this is the agency going out and working with community-based organizations and trying to figure out how they will change the application process. So I will keep you updated on that. And the last thing I wanted to talk about are we know that individuals have seen a delay in their ability to get Social Security numbers, Social Security cards, as well as their driver's licenses, even though they have been admitted to the US lawfully and are eligible for a Social Security number, a Social Security card, as well as a driver's license. There is a computer system that is run by the Immigration Service, and that computer system is very slow at this point to update the immigration information so that when the Social Security Administration or your local state DMV pings that system to confirm your immigration status, it is not there, or they're getting error messages, or it is just very slow. So the Immigration Service is aware of this. Again, it is yet another backlog. They are aware of it. They are trying to update this system, this interagency computer system, quicker, but we are seeing delays. So if you are seeing a delay, think you need some help sort of sorting through that system or dealing with the Social Security Agency or your local DMV, feel free to give our office a call. And that is something that we will help you kind of sort through and explain to you if you need some assistance there. So that is all I have for this lovely Monday morning in December. If you have any questions about your immigration applications, if you are an employer and you are looking to hire someone that is not a US citizen and you're not quite sure how to do that, feel free to give my office a call. We are more than happy to help you. We can be reached at 954-903-1337. If this has been helpful, please feel free to drop a positive comment below, like and share with your network so they can also get this great information. And have a wonderful rest of your Monday and a fantastic rest of your week. And for whatever holidays that you celebrate in December, happy holidays.